What's going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today is June the 7th. I want to give you a quick pre-market update, go over some of the hot movers and where big money is gravitating towards today. Before we get into any of that, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. Starting off, you did have payroll just come out a little bit higher than the forecast. So 272 versus 182, which in general is good news. But on the flip side, it's not really what the market was wanting, because the market, oddly enough, does want negative data, because then that kind of justifies a rate cut. So you do see the likelihood of rate cuts in September for the September meeting to go down. So yesterday there was a small likelihood of a 75 basis point cut that has been diminished. This went from about I think it was 11% down to 4.6. This went down from 57 to now 51.6%. I really do anticipate a 25 basis point cut, even though it is only at 51%, but we'll just have to wait and see. Fear and greed index is at 44, so it's crawling back into the fear category. So people's appetite for risk won't necessarily be all that there today. Moving on, fintechs are pulling back slightly. SOFI has had no news, no SEC filings, nothing like that. Anticipate shorts to really double down and ensure that SOFI does not close above $7 as usual. I'm sure a lot of SOFI investors know that at this stage in the game, but 17.5% of the free float is being shorted. Just watch for this to hold $6.88. So all of fintech is pulling back. So you do have Robinhood down 1.61% as well as PayPal. So fintech is just kind of pulling back, unfortunately. You do have GameStop at the same time pulling back, so it is down slightly, and that is because of this. So this just came out, so an issuance up to 75 million shares. So it's just poor timing. I get GameStop's viewpoint on what they're trying to do with this, but still very, very bad timing. But on the flip side, when it comes down to GameStop, Roaring Kitty is going live. So the first time in like 3 years on YouTube at 11 o'clock Central. So in around 3 hours, so that should be fairly epic for GameStop. And even yesterday, shorts did increase, so about 19.92% of the free float is being shorted. Moving on, this company right here, so Giron Corporation, GERN, it is up because of this news right here that came out at 9:58. I'm not going to pretend to know exactly what it's talking about, because usually biotechs are very finite, and depending on what, I guess, stage they're at and whatever else. This is the company profile, so do your own due diligence when it comes down to this. This company is somewhat heavily shorted, so 11% of the free float is being shorted. Right now, shorts are returning about 90,000 shares this morning. 56.69 million shares overall are being shorted, and shorts, like, basically it was at all-time highs for the short interest a couple days back on June the 5th at 11.23. So very crazy stuff, and just watch for this R3 to hold. Right now it is above that, so $4.64. So just kind of stay tuned for that. In my opinion, given the circumstances, I think it's going to get dragged back into this R2 to the R3, but what do I know? Nvidia is also down this morning, so that's kind of aiding in just a lot of fear starting to pop back up against essentially that Nvidia might be a bubble or whatever else. So just again, stay tuned for that. On a technical stance, just watch for this R1 to hold. So $1,154 is going to be the next strong support, and then vice versa. I don't anticipate it to happen today, but just if it does rebound, just 1,200. So kind of just stay tuned for that. And finally, LFLY, it is up 45%. No actual news, but today there was a definitive 14A that was submitted, after hours yesterday, and several Form 4s. Several Form 4s didn't really indicate all that much, so code A meaning acquired, so it was just given, nothing really crazy. 7,500 shares, as you can kind of see right here, for various members of directors. I think they were all directors. Director, yes. And then this definitive 14A, which is a shareholder meeting. So it looks like it's going to be taking place on July 25th. So yeah, pretty good stuff. As far as this company, it's a little bit heavily shorted somewhat. So 8.27% of the free float. Shorts are increasing about 5,000 shares this morning. 152,000 shares overall are being shorted. If you are looking at trading it, just kind of tread cautiously, because it is slightly above this R1. So $2.79 will be the next strong support that you'll want to watch for it to hold. Vice versa, $3.22 right now, it's going to be the next strong target / resistance point. So let me know your thoughts on all these stocks. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. One final thing, take advantage of this promo. Simply sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it, and they give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. Kick-ass deal. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.